So this man, Donald Barthelme, an American postmodern writer, he was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, and he has written many short stories, and out of his many short stories we will be reading two. Okay, so Donald Barthelme was a celebrated American postmodern writer known for his experimental short stories. Already we have learned that postmodern literature is newer, innovative experimentation both in theme and styles that we have learned through the novels, drama, etc. as a part of the postmodern literature. So Donald Barthelme is not an exception. His short stories is not like the traditional short stories. He has experimented the structure and the theme of the short stories. When you will be starting the short stories, you will let the style know. You will let know. And these short stories and novels, which often features playful language. Playful language means language in humorous tone. Playful language and collage techniques and themes of modern society and existentialism. Born in Philadelphia, he spent his childhood in Hudson. He studied at the University of Hudson and served in the Korean War before beginning his influential literary career marked by works like Snow White and The Dead Father. He has written short stories and novels. Among his novels, The Snow White is the famous novel, and The Dead Man is also the novels. And among the short stories, but the structure that are experimental, and you see innovative styles in theme and style. He also worked for the Korean Army, and he was also a journalist. He was a frequent contributor to the New Yorker and won a National Book Award for his children's book, The Slightly Irregular Fire Engine. So I have said that the style is very innovative, and among his innovative style we see playful language. Playful language, the language with humor, absurdity, experimentation to challenge traditional storytelling. Traditional storytelling to change the traditional storytelling of the short stories and novels. We see absurdity as common in postmodern literature, absurdity, and also playful language, language with humor, and that humor will make you laugh with the combination of wit. These are the style in his writing techniques. Using collage, bizarre dialogue, absurd list, mixing genre. Genre, that means naturally we see that short story, novel, drama will have a structure. But in case of Donald Barthelme, he has changed the structure, and sometimes he has mixed the genre in his writing style. And deconstructing well-known stories and tropes and emphasizing from the language over the traditional plot and characters development. His goal was to create a sense of wonder and to question the stability of the language itself. And apart from the playful language, we see collage. Collage, that means, you see, that means several pictures are collected over here. picture of human beings, some other pictures, all pictures are put together and they are put together with some glue. And putting all pictures together, it has presented a different view. That is the pictures of several patch or torn picture, we can say. অনেকগুলো ছেঁড়া পিকচার এক জায়গায় নিয়ে পুরোটাই আবার একটা কিছু মিল করছে। এই স্টাইলটাকে বলা হচ্ছে কি কোলাপস। And that is also one style of Donald Barthelme's writing. That technique involves assembling disparate linguistic and textual elements. We have seen here different pictures, combination of different pictures. But Donald Barthelme's scholars will be the combination of linguistic dispatch. That means several linguistic terms will put together and also several textual elements. Some elements from novel, some elements from short story, and some elements from drama, and putting all the disparate elements that combines is a new shape, that is a new innovative structure in writing, that is called collage in Donald Barthelme's writing style. By juxtaposing contradictory and self-reflecting. So juxtaposing, that means putting some different things together. অনেকগুলো জিনিস একসাথে বসানোটাকে বলা হয় juxtapose. By juxtaposing contradictory and self-reflecting and seemingly unrelated fragments, sometimes we can say that yes, previously we have said that there is a similarity between Ophelia and Electra. That is similarity, but the comparison will be here in Donald Barthelme's writing. That is not similar. That is with a different, extraordinary and paradoxical meaning. That can also be called absurdity in postmodern literature. So Barthelme's work much like visual collage. Visual collage, it is also visual collage. So when we see the different elements from different writings, then that will make a picture of in the mind of the audience. যখন বিভিন্ন elements যখন এক জায়গায় বসানো হবে, লেখা হবে, তখন রিডারদের মনের মধ্যে একটা ছবি, যে ছবিটাকে কিনা আমরা বলছি যে প্যারাডক্সিক্যাল, সেলফ রিফ্লেক্টিভ, এক্সট্রাঅর্ডিনারি, ইনোভেটিভ পিকচার্স, that can be called the collage written by Donald Barthelme. And that is the collage techniques. And another technique, that is the existentialism. In Barthelme's work, postmodern exploration of the human condition. Actually, in the postmodern literature, the human condition in society, in politics, in civilization, all things are questions. Questions means that in postmodern period, human's condition, humanity's position, and also the political condition, all things, and also the environmental condition are not in a good shape. That we have seen in Breakfast of Champions, the disastrous effect to the nature. And also Never Let Me Go, we have seen that is the unconditional surrender to the scientific evolution. And that things actually raises question against the human existence. Because in this globe we live, human beings are the noblest creation. But we human beings, for the sake of our own interest, we are involved in war, we are involved in natural disaster, we are involved in understanding or receiving unchecked scientific regulation that raises question against the human's existence itself. And Donald Barthelme's theme is also for the human existence. And in the first short story we will read, written by Donald Barthelme, that is the school, and that the main theme of the short story you will know that death and existentialism. Okay, So existentialism is about human's position and existence in this globe. In the postmodern literature, we see that human condition in this civilization, in this time, are questioned by many reasons. Out of the many reasons, the postmodern writers mentioned several reasons. What are the reasons? They are the environmental disaster, wars, political upheaval, revolution, class distinction, and also the racial hatred. All things are against the human position of this in this globe. That is one of the issues of Donald Barthelme's short stories. Born in 1931, he was raised in Hudson by a Roman Catholic family, also religious perspectives, and which would later influence him criticism of the Roman Catholic Church in his fiction. We have learned that Donald Barthelme has written two novels, that is the Snow White and the Dead Man, most probably. In these novels, he has raised question against his own religious belief, because he was raised up in Hudson, and the Hudson especially an area that was dominated by Roman Catholic religion. But Barthelme raised question against the religion, that is the Roman Catholicism. And although he started studying University of Hudson and he started journalism, but he didn't finish his education. And he started working as a journalist in New Yorker, Donald Barthelme, marking the start of a close relationship with the magazine that would continue over the rest of the lifetime. That means our writer Donald Barthelme started studying at University of Hudson in journalism, but he didn't finish his education. He left his education and started working as a journalist in New Yorker. And actually, whenever you will be working as a journalist, you will get many information. And our writers, that means Donald Barthelme's profession as a journalist, helped him in many different ways to collect the materials to write short stories and the novels that are in postmodern in style and techniques. And Barthelme was a prolific short story writer and wrote over 100 short stories. He also published 4 novels. Snow White was the first. His novels utilize a collage style that we have described earlier, combining different styles and a small section of the prose in experimental fashion. His work is often satirical and combines humor with cynical criticism of the societal, political, literary and the religious institution. While his novels are known as postmodern, they feature a variety of influences from the different literary periods. He credited Samuel Beckett, James Joyce, Stephen Mallarmé and Fyodor Dostoevsky as some of his primary influences. Okay, that was the writer's influences. He identified himself as a postmodernist and referred to himself within the group of the writers regarded as the postmodernists at the time, such as John Burke, John Hoyt, William Gass, Robert Cover, etc. Okay, so that is the postmodernist writer. And Donald Barthelme are named synonymous with the innovative and playful postmodernist fiction. So through his writing, we have seen that collage style, playful language, absurdity, and experiment in theme and style put him an experimental postmodern writer. And he has written hundreds of short stories and 4 novels in his short life of 58 years. Okay, and he died on July 23, 1989 in Hudson at the age of 58. His novel, The King, a retelling of the Morte d'Arthur through the lens of the Second World War, and was published posthumously in 1990. Despite his relatively short life, Donald Barthelme left behind a rich and influential body of work that contributes to inspire the challenge readers and the writers today. Okay. So that is about our writers, Donald Barthelme. We will